Lindsay. So if you know anybody in Lindsay, make sure that they know about this. Mobile homes will not be safe. Storm cellar or basement is your best option. Away from windows, interior closet or bathroom. Zooming on in, you look for the red and the green coming together. You see that's where the mesocyclone is located. There are the city streets. There's Lindsay. There's Aaron Springs. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon. He's looking right at it right now. Ongoing tornado warning for Lindsay. Go Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm starting to get a little bit of better view. I've got the camera pointing to the west here as I'm driving south with it. Starting to get a little bit more of a structure view over here. I still don't see a wall cloud as of yet, but I'm about 6 miles north of Lindsay here. Looks like I'm starting to get a little bit more of a view of some tags back in there. That's kind of hanging down here. So got a little bit of trees in my way here, but we're approaching this circulation here really quick here. About 6 miles north of Lindsay here. We're going to be with it here momentarily. Mike?
Okay, so let's go back over to Max 1. Ongoing dangerous situation here for Lindsay. Zoomed all the way in here. There's the hook coming around. There may be an intermittent touchdown ongoing. Tornado warning, but you can see exactly where it's going. So Lindsay, it's red line, center line for you, and Aaron Springs. Not very far away here as well. And the wind shear with that is really crazy, and it could produce a significant tornado down here. It's 90 degrees with close to 70% humidity. It's just soupy thick down here, and there's lots and lots of wind shear. So that is a big-time hook, big-time supercell, baseball or larger size hail with it. Again, you folks in Lindsay, you've got to take it seriously. Life-threatening situation here. There is so much potential. See the red and the green, exactly where that's tracking, and it is going right directly into the Lindsay area, literally just now minutes away. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon here looking at it. So you folks in Lindsay, you've got to take it seriously. Tornado precautions immediately. Live update here from Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm about 4 miles north of Lindsay here. I'm starting to get in a little bit of a core here, so I'm going to punch out of here momentarily. But I got the camera pointed to the west here. Got a little bit of a tag, possibly a little bit of a lowering developing in there. Kind of hard to tell. I got some trees in my way here, but we're really getting close to getting a good look here to the west. I'm just north of Lindsay here. Just about to pull into town here, probably about 5 minutes here or less. Definitely, the hook is definitely coming around, definitely strengthening here. So we're going to be right here with it. If there's anything on the ground, we'll be able to see it for the Lindsay area and points east. Mike?
Okay, so ongoing tornado warning for Lindsay. Your time of arrival in Lindsay is literally right now 4:50. It's currently 4:40, so 10 minutes or less. Let's go back over to Max 1. 10 minutes or less here for Lindsay. Ongoing tornado warning. Intermittent touchdowns certainly have been possible here, looking at velocity and also the way the hook appears. So it's just to the west of Lindsay, moving due east. There's Lindsay right there. There's Aaron Springs. So make sure everybody in Lindsay knows about this. We're talking about Garvin County into southern McLean County. Then from there, over there toward Cole and Dibble and Kreiner and Maysville and Paola, and over there toward I-35 south of Purcell, north of Pauls Valley. So you see the hook there. The left mover's got big hail with it. This is now coming up here into the Bridge Creek Tuttle area, Mustang, Yukon, downtown at 5:07. It's moving at over 50 miles per hour. May have bigger than baseballs with it. So you see the left mover there, damaging hail with this, coming right into Tuttle. Let's go to the Mustang camera, right into Mustang as well. That's a left mover. The tornado threat is considerably lower with that, but the hail threat may be higher with the left mover, and it's racing at a high rate of speed now into the Southwest Metro. Aaron Brackett turning the camera around. There's looking south and south-southwest from Mustang as that big hail comes in from Grady County. Could be baseballs or larger, and intense lightning and damaging winds a threat there. That's the live Mustang camera there south right there, looking right at the core, the hail core of that left-moving supercell. Let's go back over to radar here and show you what's going on there. Two storms so far. This is wave number one coming in, wave number one. So Tuttle, Mustang, then from there up toward Yukon, the Xerox plant, the Hurricane Harbor area, Whitewater Bay, Mathis Brothers, up toward Bethany and War Acres is where this one's tracking. Humidity is surging into Oklahoma City right now. It's not quite as unstable up here as it is down here. If we're fortunate, this will weaken some as it comes into Oklahoma County. It is a little bit less unstable up here in Oklahoma County and Canadian County compared to just a few miles to the south into Grady County down into McLean County. But that left mover's got some big hail with it. And again, there is your time of arrival. The right mover's got an ongoing tornado warning with it. It's got a well-established hook. There may have been a couple of brief touchdowns looking at velocity. And there is Lindsay and there is Aaron Springs. And the velocity has eased back in the past minute or two, which is really good news. The shear tracker also has become a bit less organized, also good news, but there's so much wind shear down here, this could change literally at a moment's notice. So your tornado warning continues for Lindsay, adding on the city streets right there. You can see the Lindsay area literally just a few minutes away. Latest scan there shows potentially higher velocities coming in. Let's go to Eric Dixon, live update. Now just about 4 minutes away from Lindsay, coming right into town. You can see the base there now from Eric Dixon. Go, Eric.
Yeah, that's correct here. I'm really down here south of town, or north of Lindsay right now, working my way south, that's what I meant to say, out of the core now, so I'm getting a good view to the west here. Don't see a divine wall cloud just yet. Got a little bit of a lowering back in there. It's still a little bit of somewhat of a higher base, but it looks like it's trying to reorganize back in there. So we're fixing to point the camera here. We're going to point the camera to the west, get to the Lindsay area here and just kind of monitor the situation here. But I do not see it on the ground currently in the position I'm at, but we're right here with it. Mike?
Okay, I want to stay with your shot right here. Ongoing tornado warning for Lindsay, and it's going to be 2 to 2.5 inch diameter hail with it as well. So 2 areas of large hail, one coming into the Mustang area, and that's going to be basically just east of Amber now, coming into Tuttle and Bridge Creek, and the other big hail's now coming into Lindsay. So there's 2 big hail cores sitting right there. But there's Eric Dixon's live shot. Let's go back over to Max 1. Ongoing tornado warning here coming into Lindsay. So this is a dangerous situation here for Lindsay. So you've got this big mesocyclone spinning. There's a lot of wind shear. It's about 90 degrees down here with very high humidity. So you folks in Lindsay need to definitely stay in your tornado safe place, away from windows. Mobile homes will not be safe. The left mover there is moving up into the southwest metro. The Lindsay timeline coming up literally in just a couple of minutes from right now. From there, Maysville toward Purcell, might go south of Purcell, and then from there over into Pottawatomie County. So going through McLean County, Cleveland County, into Pottawatomie County is where that supercell's tracking. We are under a tornado watch. Wave number 2 will develop out here to the west and come into the metro between 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. tonight. That's wave number 2. This is wave number 1 right now, but a well-defined supercell here with golf ball to 2.5 inch diameter hail. There's the velocity. So we're looking at the red and the green. This is out of the Lindsay area, and it's now just a couple of miles to the west of Lindsay. Back over to Eric Dixon looking at that live. That shear picked up again, Eric. Look carefully.
Yeah, Mike, I'm fixing to turn west here, just about 30 seconds here, so we'll get a good shot looking west from Lindsay right here at the turn here, Highway 76, 19. So we're looking right at it right now. I'm going to turn the camera with this here. So you can see the mesocyclone right there in front of me there. It looks like a little bit of a slight lowering back in there. I don't see any funnel clouds as of yet, but definitely some rotation in here. Pulling right up to it. Let's see what we got here. Looks like got a feeder cloud kind of pulling into this circulation here. So we're right here with it. We're going to kind of get a view of this, see what's going on here. I'm kind of looking around here to see what we got. Some trees kind of blocking my way here, but we're right here with it. We'll if anything happens here, funnels or anything like that, we'll let you know. Mike?
Okay, so if you're just now joining us, we're under a tornado watch till 10 p.m. tonight. It includes the entire Oklahoma City metro. This is a supercell up here with a lot of wind shear, 90 degrees with extremely high humidity. So it's very unstable, and this could produce a tornado literally at any time with very little advance notice. Well-defined wall cloud here, well-defined mesocyclone, lots and lots of wind shear with this. Ongoing tornado warning for Lindsay. So it's coming out of Grady County, coming into far northwestern Garvin County and into McLean County. So you see a dry slot coming into it, well-defined mesocyclone here with a hook. Classic supercell, hail up to baseball size. You folks in Lindsay continue to take your precautions. Eric, let's go back to your picture. Again, we're talking about Lindsay. Lindsay, Oklahoma, down here to the southwest of Norman a little ways. Go, Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm right here with it. Looks like there's a little bit of some rising motion here as you're looking at this. We're right under the mesocyclone. This will be the wall cloud that's developing to the west side of town here. You can see right there in the middle of the screen, there's definitely some rising motion, a little bit of sinking motion right behind it. Looks like we might be getting a little bit of wrapping rain curtains back in there. Don't see any tornado on the ground as of yet, but conditions are changing rapidly here. It looks like the mesocyclone is starting to try to increase in strength here. Circulation is trying to come up. I can visibly see it definitely increasing just visually here. A lot of rising motion here. It's starting to spin, so we definitely could have a tornado trying to develop here any moment just to the west side of Lindsay here. Mike?
Okay, so let's talk about this left mover and back over to Max 1. So here's the left mover. This one's moving north-northeast at over 50, so it's racing into the metro now. Tuttle right now may have baseballs with it. Mustang, and then from there up I-40 at Hurricane Harbor and over there toward Mathis Brothers and the Xerox plant. From there up to Bethany and War Acres. It's a little less unstable up here compared to where the storm is right now, but it is producing big hail already. So there's likely going to be at least hail coming into the metro. Could be large hail, especially down around Mustang. Let's go to that Mustang camera. And the Mustang camera is literally looking right at it, and it's quickly coming into Mustang. This is southwest. This is southwest here, and you pan around to the south-southwest. You can see the hail core coming in. A lot of cloud to ground lightning with this, a damaging wind threat with this, and a large hail threat with this as well. Aaron Brackett here turning the camera. That's in Mustang here on the southwest side of Oklahoma City, looking right at that supercell left mover. Coming up from Grady County now over Tuttle, about to come into Mustang and up toward Yukon, the Xerox plant, War Acres, Bethany, the Lake Hefner area, up towards Surrey Hills and eventually the Piedmont area, and then eventually up into Edmond and Ski Island up in there. That's where it's heading. There's moisture surging into Oklahoma County right now with this storm. It's a little less unstable, but it's a hailer for sure with a damaging wind threat. Let's go back over to Max 1. So you're looking at it right here on Max 1. See the motion there. The purple is the hail core. There's Bethany, for example. There's Mustang. And there is Will Rogers right there. And there's Moore, Westmore, southwest Oklahoma City sitting right there. The right mover's got a big time hook. There's your time of arrival for that left mover. So prepare for that, moving at about 50 or so right up into the metro, eventually coming up into Edmond there, as you can see, especially perhaps central and west Edmond. But the hail could easily be golf ball plus, even up here in Oklahoma County and eastern Canadian County. And it may still be near baseballs down here in Grady County. So the right mover's got to continue to hook. Again, we don't want to see this hook sharpen up. It is sharpening up right now. We do not want to see it sharpen up. When it sharpens up like that, the tornado genesis could be very fast. So Lindsay needs to continue to be in your safe spot, Aaron Springs as well. It looks like, Eric Dixon, it's sharpening up. It may try to tornado here right now. Could be on the south side of Lindsay, approximately.
Yeah, Mike, I'm right here at the Pizza Hut on the west side of town here, pointing to the a little bit to the southwest here. I don't see any organized circulation from my vantage point here, but I really got my eyes peeled kind of right up under this mesocyclone here, so we're keeping an eye on it really, really, really closely here. Kind of moved a little bit further back into town here just to kind of get out of this, kind of get a little bit ahead of this circulation here, but we're watching it real closely here. Still have some rising motion in the area, so it definitely bears being watched. Mike?
Okay, so right now, ongoing tornado warning. It is heading for Maysville, so heads up Paola and Maysville, Highway 19, over toward I-35 near and north of Pauls Valley. You're not under a tornado warning over to I-35, but that's where it's heading. Maysville, Pauls Valley, Paola. This is Eric Dixon here on the west side of Lindsay. So as he's coming around here. So Eric Dixon, you're probably going southbound right now. Is that true? Is that southbound right there?
Hey, Mike?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we got here. We may have something we're trying to develop here, right? Just to the, like a lot of clouds here, some dust picking up, moving to the south.
Dust coming in from the east, it looks like. So that could be tornado genesis right there, literally in Lindsay. Again, tornado warning ongoing, folks. Take it seriously. This could form very fast, and it may be doing so before your eyes right now. Rising dust ripping in from the east, going into the mesocyclone right there. So that could be tornado genesis happening right now. So that's Lindsay, Oklahoma Live from Eric Dixon. Go, Eric.
Yeah, Mike, I think a tornado is trying to develop here right in Lindsay here. So I'm on the west side of town. I'm looking right to the east. I had a lot of rising dust. It was moving to the south. It was pulling into this circulation here. I don't see a tornado on the ground, but definitely an uptrend is trying to pull all the moisture. It's trying to condensate that moisture, and it's trying to make a visible funnel. So the pressures are kind of lowering here because we definitely have the mesocyclone starting to spin up over here over Lindsay. It's definitely pulling in, any moisture, any dust into this area here. So we're just waiting for it to change and give us a little bit more of a definition here. But I'm right here in the middle of Lindsay. We're watching it real closely. Mike?
So that was a low-level jet band coming in from the east, feeding into the mesocyclone. So the mesocyclone is pulling really hard. I mean, it's ripping really hard up, and it's pulling in that low-level jet band from the east. So that was a bunch of blowing dust ripping in from the east. So he's southbound here. That's east and that's west. It was coming in from the east. So this has all the telltale signs of tornado genesis. Yeah, it's pretty breezy right where he is right now. He's in Lindsay proper. So this is going to be right on the immediate south side of town. No doubt you're in your tornado safe spot. These folks need to be very careful right here as tornado genesis could happen very fast, literally in Lindsay, maybe toward the south side of town, but the entire Lindsay area continues with an ongoing tornado warning. Back over to Eric Dixon here, looking right at it. Eric?
Yeah, Mike, I'm right here in Lindsay, right here in front of the Sonic for people that know the area. I'm moving east with it right now. Had a lot of dust coming out of the north and out of the east that was feeding into the circulation here. The circulation is going to be just a little bit to the south of the Cherokee Street here, kind of the main road going through east-west from the Lindsay area here. But we're right here with it. We're going to move a little bit east to kind of point back to it, kind of get a little bit ahead of it here. But I've got a strong north wind kind of pushing in to that circulation, kind of wrapping around it here. I did see, what it looked like it was trying to develop a tornado right here on Cherokee Street. It was kind of lifting motion with that dust. Never seen a visible tornado, but it was really trying to have that tornado genesis. So things are really starting to change rapidly. Mike?
Okay, so let's take a brief pull back here and talk about this left mover. So here's the left mover. Severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for downtown, Bethany, War Acres, as well as Ski Island, Lake Hefner, Central and West Edmond, including downtown Edmond and Deer Creek Edmond. Yukon, severe thunderstorm warning. Piedmont, severe thunderstorm warning. Surrey Hills, up into Lake Hefner, Ski Island, Bethany, War Acres, Hurricane Harbor, Xerox Plant, Mathis Brothers, Will Rogers, severe thunderstorm warning here. Damaging winds, 70 plus possible here. This is moving at about 50 miles an hour, and golf ball or larger size hail incoming. Let's go to the Mustang camera here. Look at Mustang. It's literally coming into Mustang right now. Okay, let's go back to Dixon. Tornado, Eric Dixon, tornado here, Lindsay. Go, Eric.
Hey, Mike, I'm just a little bit to the north of it right now. It looked like I've seen a little bit of spinning motion on the ground there. It was very broad. I'm not going to confirm it's a tornado, but it really looked like something was spinning back there to the south. I am blasting east right now on Highway 19. Just saw it, so I kind of wanted to note it just real quick here. I don't have a condensation funnel to the ground yet. Let me get a little bit further east, and I'll turn back to it. I think
this is the inflow right here. This is the inflow feeder band coming in. So this is all ripping in. He's traveling eastbound, and this thing's ripping into the mesocyclone, which is right here. Here's the edge of it right here. And he may have had a brief spin up. That's what these will do. They'll briefly spin up, then they'll spin down and spin back up again. Let's hope it doesn't spin back up. But this is how tornado genesis actually happens in the beginning stages. Ongoing tornado warning. Go, Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm going to turn around right now. Now look back at it. There you go. We got the shot up. I did have some spinning motion there, a lot of dust being pulled up. We probably had a brief touchdown there. It was a very broad circulation on the ground, is what it looked like there. It was very weak. I don't see a visible funnel coming to the ground yet. I got just a few seconds here before I had to move. I just kind of got in a good position to turn around, but I do believe we had a brief, weak tornado on the ground here south of Lindsay. Mike?
So just south of Lindsay here just moments ago, a brief spin up, and this is often how these will begin. You'll get brief spin ups here. So maybe a funnel cloud forming right there in their extreme. Look at the wedge of inflow there. Look at the wedge of inflow coming in. It's close to 90 down here with 70% humidity. It's crazy unstable. This has got all the things going for it in the wrong way as far as we're concerned. A lot of low-level wind shear, a lot of instability. Extremely favorable for tornadoes down here. This storm system does mean business. Ongoing tornado warning. Lindsay points east toward Maysville. You folks in Maysville, think about your tornado precautions here very soon. Back over to Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm blasting east right here on Highway 19 here east of Lindsay. I don't see that rising dust, a little bit of spinning motion anymore. But, that can change in a moment's notice here. So we're right here with it. I'm kind of out in the clearing now, so I'm going to get about a half a mile ahead of my current shot, and I'm going to turn back at it. But I don't currently see any visible funnel on the ground or any visible funnel up in the sky, but it was a brief touchdown from what I could tell there. Mike?
So we have some big hail and wind coming into Oklahoma City. Let's go to the Mustang cam. So heads up on this. This is the left mover. Let's go over to, there's the Mustang camera currently. Let's go over to Max 1. So severe thunderstorm warning in effect for West Oklahoma City, Southwest Oklahoma City. Winds of 70 plus here, golf ball or larger size hail. This is the left mover coming in. The big hail there on the east side of Mustang, very close to Will Rogers now, up to I-40 from basically the east side of Yukon near the Xerox plant over to about downtown. So we can take let's go to the 50-pin camera. Let's go to the 50-pin camera, and then we'll go to the downtown camera. There's the 50-pin camera looking toward downtown. And this is the incoming severe storm. Let's go to the downtown camera showing downtown. So incoming to Oklahoma City downtown, severe storm in progress. Moving up from the Will Rogers area back over to Max 1. This is the left mover. It's not really a tornado threat, but it's a damaging wind threat and a large hail threat. And you see the time of arrival here ahead of this. We're talking about all of central and west Oklahoma City up into War Acres and Bethany, from there up into Edmond, and then from there up toward Guthrie. It's quite a bit less unstable up in Guthrie compared to down here. This should weaken as it comes farther and farther northward. But this is certainly a hail and wind producer. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon here, looking at ongoing tornado genesis down here on the southeast side of Lindsay.
Mike, got a tornado on the ground that's spinning up right now, right in front of me here. It's just about 4 blocks to the south of me. It's very weak, but we definitely have a tornado developing here. It's moving east, as you see in the shot here. Let me get the mileage. I'm going to pull the miles here on where I'm at. This is going to be about 5.5 miles to the west of Maysville. Tornado on the ground. It's very weak rotation. We're going to watch it here real closely here. It's just very, very, very weak circulation, but it's definitely on the ground here. Mike?
There's hail on the Mustang camera. Folks, just know there's a damaging wind and hail event quickly coming into Oklahoma City right now. Let's go to the Mustang camera. Ongoing tornado genesis. You folks in Maysville, it's heading directly toward you. Here's the hail and wind in Mustang. So heads up here, protect your property. War Acres, Bethany, Hurricane Harbor, Mathis Brothers, Ski Island, Lake Hefner, East Yukon, Piedmont, East Piedmont, Mercy Hospital, Deer Creek, Edmond, Central Edmond, West Edmond, Kilpatrick Turnpike, Lake Hefner Parkway, Wiley Post Airport, War Acres, Bethany, near and just to the west of downtown Oklahoma City. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon with his live stream. You folks in Maysville, this is heading for you, the tornado. This is hail and wind in West Oklahoma City right now. Ongoing tornado genesis heading into Maysville. Let's go back over to radar here on Max 1. So this is Max 1. We're showing you the tornado genesis here, again, coming toward Maysville. So there's Lindsay. It just passed Lindsay. There's the tornado warning in red. There's Maysville, so pretty much coming right down the highway. And the shear tracker is picking up again, as you see there, coming into Maysville from there, Paola, and near Pauls Valley, maybe just north of Pauls Valley, but it is moving kind of east-southeast. So heads up for you folks in Pauls Valley. And you see the red and the green there between Lindsay and Maysville definitely coming together. So ongoing tornadoes there are possible. Right now, again, about 3 to 4 miles west of Maysville. Go Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm right here with it. I'm going to get to another spot where I can point south here. Looks like about 10 seconds I'll be pointing south to kind of get a look at it. We still have a little bit of rotation back in there. It looks like there's still a weak tornado on the ground. I don't have a really big visible funnel. Let me zoom in here. You can kind of see the wrapping curtains, the little bit of the dust, a little bit of the condensate back in there. It's a weak tornado, probably an EF0 at the moment, but this is how they start. It's kind of a tornado genesis. Got a lot of inflow to this area here. So folks in Maysville need to take your immediate tornado precautions. It does look like we have a tornado on the ground, just weak. It's a weak one right now. Mike?
Okay, so your phones might have just gone off in Oklahoma City. Here's why. Back over to Max 1. It's a hail and wind event, but it's damaging wind, damaging hail. So let's go to the Mustang camera. We showed you the hail coming down in Mustang. So winds of 70 plus, golf balls plus with this. So 2.25 inch diameter hail possible. See the hail coming down from Mustang. Back over to Max 1. There's not really a tornado threat with the one here in Oklahoma City. It's a severe thunderstorm warning lifting to the north-northeast at close to 50 miles per hour. So coming up very soon, the Village, War Acres, Nichols Hills, Northwest Highway. Let's go over to the 50 pin camera. Hail up to golf ball or a little bit bigger. So here's 50 pin inbound. You see it right here, inbound. You're looking right at it from 50 pin. Aaron, can you take that camera and swing it a little bit more to the south-southwest? We're looking south-southeast right there toward downtown from 50 pin. And as Aaron swings the camera around, he's going to look right into that core. So here's the core coming down right here. The building's going to get in the way there, but there's the rain and hail quickly coming through the neighborhoods, as you can see.
The Mustang one on the field.
Let's go to Mustang, look at the field.
Kind of see it on the field.
Yeah, so Aaron's zooming in
really
here
well.
and looking at the field. And there's pretty good chunks of ice there as the hail continues to come down at the Mustang High School, the Bronco Stadium right there. Look at the hail coming close to making an attempt to try to cover the ground there. And there's some pretty big chunks of ice in there. Aaron Brackett is zooming in. There's some pretty big hailstones in there. So golf ball or a little larger, could be 2.25 inch. Let's go back over to Max 1, ongoing hailstorm in Mustang. So there's Mustang right there. This is all wind and hail, so lifting up through West Oklahoma City. There's the hail core. Let's go over to Lynx. Aaron, let's go over to Lynx and take a closer look at Lynx, and we can zoom into these neighborhoods. And this is the left mover, not so much of a tornado threat here, but ongoing hail threat. And there's the hail core there. Let's go down and take a look at that Lindsay storm on Lynx as well, Aaron, and take a look at that ongoing tornado there. So this is going to be down here near Maysville. So ongoing tornado here. So there's Maysville, there's Lindsay. So it's now to the east of Lindsay and to the west of Maysville. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon here with a live update on the Maysville storm continuing to effort to produce tornadic activity. Go, Eric.
Yeah, Mike, I'm pulling into the Maysville area here. As you can see, there's a lot of dust being picked up off these fields and going southbound, a southbound wind. I don't see a tornado or anything to my right just yet. That tornado would be just barely to my right if there was going to be one. It's still been a very weak circulation on the ground. There hasn't been anything intense. I haven't had a really large visible funnel from the sky, but you don't need to have that. As they develop, sometimes you just kind of look for that spin up on the ground. It picks up the dust. A little bit of the, the wrapping rain curtains with it kind of help identify it as it's in the tornado genesis stage. So we're right here with them. I'm fixing to turn the camera around here shortly, but we're getting close to pull into the Maysville area right now. Mike?
Okay, baseball's reported just south of Mustang just a short while ago. Baseball's reported. So there's going to be a lot of golf ball to 2.25 with this, but confirmed baseball's 2.75. This is for the Oklahoma City storm. It's not tornadic, but has damaging hail and damaging wind with it. Let's go back over to Max 1. So it's a large storm, supercell, left mover. So it's moving more north-northeast, split from the earlier tornadic supercell, which is a right mover. So this is a big hail, giant hail, damaging wind threat ongoing. So now coming out of Mustang, right across I-40 at the Xerox plant. Let's go over to the 50-pin camera and look at the 50-pin camera. It's quickly coming up on 50-pin. Getting some wind now. Probably see some hail coming down here as well. There's Northwest Highway looking up toward Baptist. There's Baptist sitting right there. So you're looking to the west from 50-pin. This is going to be Pennsylvania and Northwest Highway. Pennsylvania and Northwest Highway, that's west. And then Aaron pans that camera around. There's a building sitting over there. That's why he's not going that way. But you can see there's at least rain coming down. There's probably going to be some hail showing up on this as well. So you want to protect your property here from large and damaging hail and damaging winds. That's 50-pin. There's Pennsylvania and Northwest Highway right here. So let's go back over to radar. Ongoing severe thunderstorm warning, damaging winds. Golf ball to 2.25-inch diameter hail with this. So it's going to be heading right up to the village. And the hail core there is in purple. So there's downtown Edmond. So this is going to be Mercy Hospital sitting right here. There's the village and Nichols Hill sitting right there. There's Northwest Highway. The hail core is sitting right over Hurricane Harbor and the Xerox plant and just on the west side of Mathis Brothers at I-40 and I-44 in west central Oklahoma City. Let's go to the downtown camera. Here's our downtown camera, checking all our cameras out here for you. And rain in progress, but looks like no hail downtown. That's to be expected. Back over to radar. The hail core there is just to the west of downtown. And the motion here is to the north-northeast at about 50. There's Oklahoma City University, the Mesta Park area, the Paseo District, the Village, Nichols Hills, and then Mercy Hospital. There's the Kilpatrick. There's Northwest Highway. Kilpatrick Turnpike swings around there to the west side. There's Lake Hefner. There's Lake Overholser, hail core there coming up right into Bethany and Wiley Post and War Acres. And earlier that core had baseballs with it on the south side of Mustang, 2.75. So damaging wind, damaging hail here. The hail size should get smaller as it comes farther to the north. It's a little bit less unstable up here. But there is the hail core itself that earlier produced baseballs. Now has at least golf ball to 2.25-inch, about tennis ball size hail. And there's your time of arrival. Bethany, Village, Edmond coming up here very soon, just in a few minutes. Arcadia from there up toward Lakeview. That's Lake Liberty, Lake Guthrie. Guthrie about 5:40 or so. So we're talking about 30 minutes from right now for Guthrie. So Logan County is where that one's heading. Not a tornado warning with that one. But look at the hook here. This is so dangerous for Maysville. So dangerous. Tornado warning, and it looks tornadic again. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon. Maysville, you folks, this is serious. Life-threatening situation here. Mobile homes will not be safe. Storm cellar or basement, interior closet away from windows. Go there. Maysville, this is serious. Coming right down the highway. Go Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike here. I'm right here in the middle of Maysville. I'm fixing to hop off here and head up towards Paola and hit that road. I got a little bit of chaser convergence here in front of me, so I'm going to have to get around them here in just a second. They're kind of basically that circulation is coming up on Maysville really quick. That's exactly where I'm at here at the four-way stop here, right here at the Williams Road intersection with the Main Street going east and west here. Junction 74. Still don't see anything on the ground back in there. I got a lot of trees, so my visibility is a little bit down here. But we are fixing to get a little bit east here with it, kind of cross the highway, get over towards the Paoli area here, and kind of turn back here as our chances allow. Mike.
So you folks in Maysville, circulation literally centered right over town right now. That's where Eric Dixon's located. Let's go back over to Max 1. Ongoing tornado warning. Now it extends over to I-35. So there's Maysville. You look for the red and the green right there coming together. It's literally right over Maysville. So all along the highway here, White Bead over there toward Pauls Valley could turn to the right or more to the south and go into Pauls Valley. Paola, I-35 here, a little ways south of Purcell. Ongoing tornado warning, as you can see, right to the west side of Pauls Valley at Interstate 35. See that? There's the red polygon right there. So that's an ongoing tornado warning. Zooming on in, you look for the red and the green. There's the green, there's the red. The mesocyclone's sitting right over Maysville on the south side of town. And it's moving due eastward, maybe slightly south of due east. So that's your rapid scan right there, looking at that velocity as it continues to be substantial. Tornado possible at any time with that right over Maysville. It's cleared Lindsay. It has cleared Lindsay, but the circulation now maybe more of a threat for Pauls Valley. You folks in Pauls Valley, stay alert because it's trying to form on the south side of the mesocyclone, the tightest circulation. So heads up for Pauls Valley. You folks need to be thinking about where to go to be safe. Wouldn't take much to produce a substantial tornado. Look at the hook. Look at the hook. The presentation on this is getting more and more ominous as every minute goes by. Look at the hook. Look at the hook. You have deep colors here. See this? Deep colors spinning in like a fudge swirl. See that? Look at that effect. See that? You can see it happening. Deep colors spinning in like a swirl of fudge. That means that mesocyclone is tightening up and pulling really hard and making an effort to produce a tornado. Conditions down here are favorable for significant tornadoes. You see that hook doing that? That's dangerous. Heads up Pauls Valley for sure, no doubt about it. Eric Dixon, I'd look for a tornado at any second right there. Go.
Yeah, Mike, we're still blasting east with it right now. Next clearing we get, I will turn around and get a look at it. I'm looking at it in my rear view. I'm kind of turning around. I don't see anything on the ground. We're just about 2 miles to the east of Maysville right now. We're going to head towards the Paoli area across the highway to stay with this storm. It looks like it's trying, like you said, it's trying to dive a little bit towards perhaps the northern edge of the Pauls Valley area, Paoli. So we're going to be right here with it. I'm going to cross the highway here and get a good look at it to stay with it here. Mike?
Okay, very good. We'll be checking in with John Slater here momentarily from the west side of Oklahoma City. So let's go back over to our hailer here in the metro. Again, confirmed baseball, south side of Mustang. And we had golf balls. Aaron Brackett was showing us golf balls there from the Mustang camera. So here it is, the hail core now, Bethany. It's basically sitting at Rockwell and about 39th. Rockwell and 39th, Council over toward Penn and 39th. Oklahoma City University, the hail core, the bigger hails just on the west side of OCU. So Mesta Park, Paseo District, Nichols Hills, the Village. Hail core is going to go right basically over Lake Hefner, it looks like. Let's go to the 50-pin camera. 50-pin sitting right there. And the hail core is coming in right. In fact, you can see it coming in. This is south down here. This is looking west, so this is going to be north. You can see the hail core literally coming in 50-pin. That's southwest, and this is west, and this is northwest. So you can see the big hail literally coming in right now. Folks want to protect their cars, from property, from damage. There's been confirmed baseballs with it and golf balls in Mustang. So it's a damaging wind, damaging hail event. The hail swath on links, Aaron Brackett, let's take a look at the hail swath on links, and we can show you the actual hail core. You folks from Maysville over to Pauls Valley, stay alert, tornado warning ongoing. There's the hail swath indicator on our radar here, and you see the darker the purple, the bigger the hail. There's the golf balls at Mustang, and the hail size may be continuing to inch back as it heads into a little bit more stable air up here in northern Oklahoma County. But that deep red is golf balls and confirmed baseballs south of Mustang. So that's the hail tracker there on links. You can see where the baseballs were. They're right down in through there between Tuttle and Mustang just a short while ago.
It's going down quite a bit.
Lightning count's
That's
going
really
down
good. Look at
right
that.
Here. Yeah, lightning count's dropping off. So the lightning count is anything inside what's on your TV screen right here. So like when Aaron zooms in, he's looking at the lightning count that's on your TV screen. So we're looking at the lightning count of the storm that's over Oklahoma County right now. So the lightning count is diminishing. So it's more stable up here. So it should continue to go ahead and weaken. That'd be good news. Ongoing severe thunderstorm warning here, damaging wind, damaging hail, but no tornado warning. There's the hail core basically coming into Bethany and War Acres right now. Motion is north-northeast at about 50 miles per hour, 50. It's moving right along. There's the KFOR studios. We have heavy rain in progress right here over toward Frontier City and near the Oakdale Valley there, just to the west of the Oakdale Valley, coming up towards south and southeast Edmond, heavy rain, probably a little small hail there as well. The big hail core is back over Bethany, back over to Max 1. And Max 1 here shows that biggest hail there coming right into Bethany. And now getting much closer to OCU And just to the west through northwest of downtown Oklahoma City, hail size looks to be about golf balls now, maybe a little less, 1.75, maybe an inch and a half. Bethany and War Acres, and there's your time of arrival. It's basically Village Nichols Hills right now. Edmond, Waterloo, Navina, Seward, Lake Liberty, Lake Guthrie at 540 or so. That'd be in about 20, 25 minutes from now. It should continue to weaken. Meanwhile, we've got this likely tornado producer. Man, look at that hook. Screaming eagle now on that hook. Screaming eagle hook. That is every sign of a developing significant tornado. You saw the intensity of the color swinging around into the mezzo. Now it's starting to wrap around in the mezzo. You folks in Pauls Valley, this is really serious. Just know this is very, very, very serious. Look at that hook. West Pauls Valley, North Pauls Valley. Nobody needs to be on I-35 anywhere around Pauls Valley. Purcell has big hail just south of town right now. That is a serious screaming eagle hook. Go Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm right here just on the other side of the highway, about 3 miles just to the northwest of Pauls Valley, looking to the east here. That area right there you're looking at is a wall cloud. It's been there about a minute ago. It was bowled out. When it starts to bowl out, that pressure is dropping there, which indicates it's fixing to try to produce a tornado. I never could visibly see a funnel in that area, but as you can see back in there, you kind of see the haze. That's that wrapping rain curtain in that area. It does look like this area is kind of recycling for a moment here. But I don't see a tornado on the ground, but it's definitely kind of in a recycling stage. So just like a minute ago, it was there. A minute from now, it could be right back at us. That's how quickly this is evolving. We're right here with it. I'm going to cross the highway here momentarily, get over to the Pauls Valley area, and look back at it. But, hey, I think we got a tornado on the ground. Let me look here. Let me zoom in over here. I'm seeing something that looks like a tornado. Let me zoom in. There's a lot of haze over there. Let me pull the exposure back here. Got probably a weak tornado. It tried to form there. I've seen a weak spin up. It's gone now. But in that area, I just zoomed in there. It's trying to form another tornado.
It looked like the motion on that was pretty fast. We saw what you're looking at, Eric. You've got a really keen eye on that, looking through the wrapping rain curtains. The motion in that looked really fast. And we're showing that kind of velocity inside the mezzo. So there's a real chance that we're going to see condensate form here. Again, don't want to get wrapped up in, what we see. Where it's going is Pauls Valley. All right. So right here, there was a lot of motion. Little vapor bands, like they're spinning counterclockwise with a whole lot of motion. So there may be an ongoing tornado in here. That could be the very top of it right there. That appears to be changing shape very quickly. Pauls Valley. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon here live. You folks in Pauls Valley, dangerous situation here. Storm cellar basement, interior closet or bathroom. Storm cellar is best. Mobile homes will not be safe. Looks like there may be a pretty big cone there starting to form. Go Eric Dixon.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. I'm here just to the northwest of that cone right there, that ball. It looks like it's trying to recycle. Got a lot of inflow into the area right now. That bowl area is kind of weakening momentarily here, but it looks like it's trying to recycle a little bit to the east from this current shot here, but I'm watching it real closely, just kind of see the trends. I think I had a little bit of a brief, tiny spin up in that area. But here, just a second, I'm going to reposition and try to get across the highway and kind of look back at it. Definitely trying to form. It's trying to pull up on me right now. It's trying to form right in this area.
So the Weather Service took their tornado warning polygon and they modified it to include Pauls Valley. That's a big cone right there. Eric Dixon, can you continue southeast toward Pauls Valley? Can you keep going that direction? That's a big cone right there. It looks like it's basically an ongoing tornado, and it's heading into Pauls Valley. Serious situation. Take it seriously. There's a lot of wind shear down there. It's close to 90 degrees with 70% thick humidity down here. It's classic for producing significant tornadoes. Garvin County, Pauls Valley. That looked like a big cone right there, Eric Dixon, there's so much humidity down there, but we can see it through the vapor and the humidity and the blowing wind and such. Where are you from Pauls Valley right now?
I'm just going to give it a good estimate. I'm probably 3 miles to the northwest of town here. fixing to get in a position to pass these vehicles here. But wrapping up back in there, it might be kind of rain wrapped. Back in there's a lot of haze back in there, so the visibility on it is very, very weak. Just so much soupy air out here, a lot of high humidity. But we're right here with it. I'm going to cross the highway here, but I'm going to estimate I'm about 3 miles to the northwest of town right now. I'm going to get on the other side. If I get a chance, I'll turn around and get you another shot here.
Let's go over to links here and check it out. Eric, stay with it. You folks in Pauls Valley, this is serious. So there's Pauls Valley and there's White Bead. Here's the highway. Eric Dixon is right on this highway looking at it. Look at the hook. So that was likely an ongoing tornado. Look at that right there. Let's go to the debris signature tracker.
This is CC right now.
So you're looking at CC right now, and it's going to be sitting right there. But look at the scorpion tail. See the scorpion tail coming around. Classic signature of an ongoing tornado right there. Ongoing tornado with a scorpion tail, maybe even what could be potentially some type of debris signature right there, leaves and such. So White Bead, Pauls Valley. Aaron, let's push all the way in, add the city streets, keep the hook in that picture there if you can, and see if we can push in. Yeah, so, okay, so there, that really gives a great idea right there. So he adds on the city streets. So there's I-35, and here comes the hook. Yeah, that's likely an ongoing tornado. Eric Dixon, looks like ongoing tornado here. Let's go to the 50-pin camera real fast. Ongoing hail event for West Oklahoma City. There's not a tornado warning for Oklahoma City. The 50-pin camera has got the heavy rain and some, looks like some hail coming down.
Tornado. Mike, tornado.
Let's go to Eric Dixon. Yep.
Go, Eric. Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground. It's right here in front of me. It's weak. It's that wrapping rain curtains right there. It's spinning right there in front of me. It's about a half a mile. About a half a mile to my west. You can see it spinning up right there. We're going to have to move here in just a second. It's going to come up on me. You see it there?
Tornado coming into Pauls Valley, folks. Serious situation for Pauls Valley. Conditions are favorable for this to strengthen. Let's hope it doesn't, but it's possible.
Mike, I'm going to go ahead and move on out of here to get me another spot.
Let's go back over to, that's an ongoing tornado coming into Pauls Valley. Let's go back over to Max 1. So I think it's been on the ground, off the ground for quite some time now. And this is going to be basically just to the west of Pauls Valley. There's the shear tracker. And you see there's the tornado right there, clearly visible. There it is on the ground. It's literally right there on the highway. So Eric Dixon is looking right at it. There it is. See the red and the green coming together. It's right on top of him. It's right where he is. Eric Dixon, we see the tornado vortex signature on Doppler. No doubt about it. Ongoing tornado right there, clear as day. You folks in Pauls Valley gives you a frame of reference right there. Just know these can zig and zag both directions. Right now it's turned a little more to the north. So that would be better news for Pauls Valley, not as good news for you folks that live just north of Pauls Valley. So it's turned a little more to the north. So it's now moving due easterly. They wobble back and forth. Does not mean that Pauls Valley is safe. It means that its temporary motion is wobbled to the north. Go, Eric Dixon. Ongoing tornado vortex signature on Doppler, Eric.
Yeah, definitely there. I believe we still have a tornado on the ground. I'm blasting east, going to get across the highway here, but definitely a dire situation that's starting to develop here for the Pauls Valley area. Developing tornado. It looks like it's a very, very wide base. So we may have a larger tornado trying to develop. It was kind of in a weaker state when I seen it. A lot of wrapping rain curtains, but definitely there was a tornado on the ground. It was kind of at a weaker state, but definitely a broad type of a circulation on the ground here. Got a lot of chaser convergence in the area, so the navigation here is a little bit difficult, but we're making our way to the east with it. Mike?
Great job, Eric. The severe thunderstorm warning for west and northwest Oklahoma City is going to be allowed to expire. Let's go back over to links here. Aaron Brackett can show that to us. Eric, go ahead and, Aaron, go ahead and take that. So it's going to be allowed to expire. Good news here for the Metro.
Do you want to see the Metro real quick?
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Take a look at the Metro.
Take camera 5, guys, with Aaron.
So here's the Oklahoma City Metro, and the good thing is that, again, this is running north of the warm front. So that's a boundary that is east to west across the southern metro. So as this continues going off to the north, look how it's fallen apart. So I'm going to pull the lightning strikes into view right here so you can see that. Watch as they've gone from 40, 30 down to 4 or 3 right now. So it's really vaporizing. The more lightning there is, the more healthy a storm is. We're going to show you the southern storm that's tornado warned in a second, but that has a significantly higher amount of lightning with it. So we push into this storm right here across the metro again. You're going to still see some dime-sized hail as we look toward Edmond, Mercy, up toward the Village, and far east Piedmont into far eastern Canadian County near Four Corners. But this storm is doing a whole lot better. I'm going to show you the hail track on it, and then we're going to go back to that southern storm here in just a second. So here we go, 1 hour hail. So you can see where it's really gone through. Came right up to about the Northwest Expressway, and look how the hail just stopped. So we're doing a lot better. Right now, the main game in town is that storm that's going to be moving near or just north of Pauls Valley.
Aaron, thank you very much. That is good news right there for the Metro. So we're talking about the West Metro, Northwest Metro, Edmond. Hail sizes are vaporizing with that. The severe thunderstorm warning is going to be allowed to expire. Meanwhile, likely ongoing tornado here just north of Pauls Valley. It's about to cross I-35 right now. So there's Pauls Valley. There are the city streets. There's Interstate 35. You go north on I-35 about a mile and a half. There's the tornado about to cross I-35 literally in the next few seconds. Let's go to Eric Dixon. Ongoing tornado right there. Go, Eric Dixon.
Yeah, Mike, I'm about 1 mile from the turnoff here for the 35 right here at Pauls Valley. A lot of wrapping rain curtains back there, probably a weak tornado back in there. I don't see a defined funnel, but a lot of rapid motion into this wall cloud. It's very low hanging here. You can kind of probably see that wrapping rain curtain there just to the west of Pauls Valley at the I-35 exit here. Folks do not need to be driving west into this area. They're going to drive right into this circulation as they're pulling off the highway. So probably need to start shutting down I-35 here momentarily here. We've got a developing tornado with probably a tornado on the ground. Could have a larger tornado trying to develop here momentarily as it's looking at the rotation is definitely increasing very dramatically as it's moving in towards the Pauls Valley area. Pauls Valley needs to take your immediate tornado precautions. Currently, we've got a rapid circulation here just to the west of I-35. Mike?
Eric Dixon, thank you very much. So, ongoing tornado warning for the Pauls Valley area, especially North Pauls Valley. Let's go over here to the Bright Eye camera looking at Lake Hefner Parkway. And here in Oklahoma City, our storm here in the metro continues to weaken, which is really good news. But here's the hail from west Oklahoma City here, northwest Oklahoma City, from right around the Lake Hefner area, Lake Hefner Parkway. I think we can show that camera there to you. And there is smaller hail now in Oklahoma City. It is not nearly as large as it was earlier. That is the Oklahoma Transportation camera there, very close to Lake Hefner and Lake Hefner Parkway. Had some smaller hail. Is Steve Johnson on the Gintner? Can we talk to Steve? Steve Johnson near Lake Hefner Parkway, tracking that hailstorm there in the Northwest Metro. Steve?
Yeah, Mike, I'm right here on the Hefner Parkway, right coming up to Hefner Road northbound. As I was coming across the Belle Isle Bridge, a lot of heavy rain, and then once I got to the Hefner Parkway, I could see the sun. I mean, there are clear skies out to my west right now, so there's still some rain falling here. It's not as bad as it was. I haven't seen any hail here yet, but I'm still heading northbound, getting ready to pass Hefner Road right now. Mike?
All right, appreciate that, Steve Johnson and the Interceptor right now watching. Again, the storm over Oklahoma City, thankfully, is falling apart somewhat. You can see lots of spray right there. The warm front is continuing to move northward. This is still what we're worried about, though, for areas basically just north of Pauls Valley. Tornadic circulation now crossing I-35. So this is South Metro right here. So White Bead, it's basically moving over you and just off to the east. Pauls Valley right in the middle of the tornado warning. But as I zoom in here, you can see the circulation and the wraparound is just pretty pronounced right here. With any luck, though, the absolute middle of the circulation might pass off to the north of Pauls Valley. Pauls Valley, though, take your tornado precautions. Interior room, get away from windows. If you're in a mobile home, you got to go right now. You got to get out of it. You got to get into substantial shelter away from windows. And just remember to put as many walls between you and outside as you can get. So maybe that's a closet, maybe a bathroom. The tornado threat continues. This is riding along a warm frontal boundary. So that's why we had this storm right here that is a lot bigger than the one that moved off to the west, or off to the north rather. The one in the metro approaching Edmond, moving over the Kilpatrick Turnpike, that's fading away because it moved into much less favorable air. So it's cooler, there's less humidity up there. Now I want to be very clear. We're not done yet. There's a second threat that's going to come in a couple hours time that we're going to have to watch very carefully for other parts of the metro. And we'll go to Mike Morgan right here as he continues to track this. But right now, the biggest storm right near Pauls Valley.
Aaron, thank you very much. Yes, ongoing tornado here north of Pauls Valley. So we want you to know that we know the Preakness is coming up. So we want you to know that. We're very aware, and we're monitoring right now. So we're going to show you the Preakness, all right? So don't be concerned about that. We're going to show that to you. Okay, so we're going to be briefly going away and showing you the horse race. No doubt about that. We do want to just let you know we have an ongoing tornado, though, near I-35 north of Pauls Valley. And it looks like it may stay. If things go well, it'll stay north of Pauls Valley. But there continues, no doubt, a tornado just crossed Interstate 35 right there. Let's go. There's Pauls Valley. So you see the city streets there. There's Pauls Valley. So you're talking about basically 1, 2, 2.5, almost 3 miles to the northwest of Pauls Valley, and it's moving due eastward. It's moving due eastward over to the north side of Pauls Valley, over to Eric Dixon. Looks like it may be trying to spin down 1 notch, but I would say ongoing tornado there, just crossed I-35. Go, Eric.
Yeah, Mike, definitely was probably a weak tornado crossing I-35, just a couple miles north of town. I'm going to get this shot back to the north here. I'm right here at that Mexican restaurant on the west side of town here at I-35. So I'm going to turn back to the north here. There's definitely a lowering back up in there. This light will change here momentarily. I'll get you a view of that. Mike?
Yeah, ongoing tornado debris from Pauls Valley Emergency Manager, mile marker 76. Mile marker 76, ongoing tornado, just crossed I-35, debris at mile marker 76 on I-35. So there's Eric Dixon looking right at it. That's the tornado sitting right there. It is on the ground north of Pauls Valley, just literally crossed I-35 at mile marker 76. Debris, EM has the tornado north of Pauls Valley. Right now, it's going to stay to the north of Pauls Valley. You know anybody there about 3 miles north of Pauls Valley? You're in the direct path.
The funnel is on the ground right now, getting this report just north of Kimberlin Road, moving east. Kimberlin Road, for folks that know where that is, it's moving east. That's on the ground. That report came in 20 seconds ago. So that is live right now. That's what's happening. Kimberlin Road moving east.
Yeah, mile marker 76, I-35. So it's going to keep moving to the east. Let's go over to Max 1. As long as it doesn't make a sudden turn to the south, there's the tornado ongoing, and we're just talking about the road there, Kimberlin Road. So there's the tornado right there. There are the city streets in Pauls Valley. So it's right now just about 2.5 miles to the northwest of Pauls Valley, but it's ongoing. Debris, I-35, mile marker 76. So it crossed over I-35 on the ground, and it's going to be tracking hopefully due east for Pauls Valley. But you folks up north of Pauls Valley, you're in the immediate danger path with that. So interior closet or bathroom away from windows, mobile homes will not be safe. It looks like it may be shrinking, going into a rope stage. It's getting tighter on velocity, but smaller on size. So it may be roping out right now. Let's go to Eric Dixon here looking at it. It may be roping out right now, due north of Pauls Valley. Go, Eric.
Yeah, Mike, I just had a definite funnel, definite cone to the ground. Just to the northwest of Pauls Valley. Looked like it was probably right on I-35, maybe just a little bit to the east of it here. We're watching it real closely. It's a lot of haze back in there. It looks like the tornado has kind of gone back up into the rain. It's kind of rain wrapping itself here, but it definitely had a tornado on the ground. A definite cone-shaped tornado was on the ground just to the northwest of Pauls Valley. Mike?
All right, appreciate that report down there. Pauls Valley, yes, continuing to see reports here. It's now east of I-35, approaching Highway 77. So it's north of Pauls Valley, and it did cross I-35 at mile marker 76. Okay, so this whole thing began about 5:28. We saw intermittent touchdowns. We were bringing that to you live with Eric Dixon's stream, and the more continuous funnel that was in contact with the ground began at about 5:28. It's 5:34 right now, and just as Mike was saying, we're going to take you to the race when that happens. We know folks are watching, but we're keeping folks aware near the Pauls Valley area that there is a continued small tornado just off to the north of town. So this is a serious day. This is right near the warm front that we're tracking, and it continues to ride along that. So that's where they have that little area of spin. So folks in Oklahoma City, you might be hearing thunder and seeing the rain outside. There is no tornado threat right now. You can see right here, here's the little area of rain that's moving through Edmond. The lightning is pretty much gone. It's zeroed out. Okay, so this storm is fading away. It's dying. But that is temporary. As this front continues north, we're going to see another round within the next couple hours that will impact parts of northwest Oklahoma, north central Oklahoma, and even other parts of the Oklahoma City metro. So the day is not done yet. So we're watching again this storm right here. The tornado warning continues for Garvin County. Now the core of this passing just off to the north of Pauls Valley. So watching that carefully. Mike?
Aaron, thank you very much. Emily Sutton here as well. This afternoon, our team of trackers out in the field. So the bottom line here is that we have one supercell right now. Look how the tornado here looks like it's gone away. It just roped out, and that is no longer a tornado signature right there. So we're talking just about 2 miles to the northwest of Pauls Valley. Crossed I-35 on the ground, debris in the air, but it just needled out and roped out, and now that is no longer a tornado. That's really good news. The purple polygon means confirmed tornado. That was from our reports from our trackers and the EM up there in Pauls Valley of it crossing I-35 at mile marker 76 just about three or 4 minutes ago. And but it looks like it has roped out and gone away. That's really good. North of Pauls Valley, check back with Eric Dixon here live on the scene. He's been on this tornado now for almost an hour from near Lindsay all the way down now to the north side of Pauls Valley. Eric, it looks like it has just lifted.
Yeah, it has lifted here. That doesn't mean it won't touch down here in 30 seconds from now. I want to note there's a lot of emergency personnel heading north on Highway 77 here, just in northwest of town here, Pauls Valley. It looks like they're trying to form a roadblock here. We might have a little bit of possible debris damage up here, so kind of trying to see what these emergency personnel are doing here. But I think the tornado probably crossed Highway 77 just to the northwest of town here. But we're watching it real closely here for any new signs of development here. Mike?
Okay, so good news right now. The tornado appears to have lifted. Let's go over to Lynx here, give you a broad view. We're about to go take you to the race coming up here momentarily. They're in a commercial break right now. We're watching it very carefully. As soon as they exit out of that commercial break, we're going to go to the race here for you for the Preakness. A lot of folks want to see this, and we understand. So we're looking at that cell that is now just completely fallen apart now up in Edmond. It's no longer severe, no longer has hail. So that one's gone. We have one supercell that's had a tornado intermittently for quite some time now, crossed I-35 at mile marker 76 and lifted about 3 miles to the northwest of Pauls Valley about 3 or 4 minutes ago and no longer appears to be on the ground. That's the only severe storm right now in our state. We have a tornado watch in effect until 10 p.m. tonight. That includes central, southern, and most of western Oklahoma. Wave 2 comes in later this evening into the 8, 9, and 10 p.m. hour for the metro. There may well be a hail threat, damaging wind threat, and a tornado threat with that. That'll be wave number 2 a bit deeper into our Saturday evening. Right now, one storm, ongoing tornado warning north through northeast of Pauls Valley, but the tornado has lifted. So now we're going to go to the Preakness. We'll be here, monitor things carefully, and be back with you shortly.